Now, Vividh 16. Vividh 16 is proud to present Jazbaa, an initiative by SL Vision Productions, an event by Raj Parekh. And welcome Mrs. Aishwarya Rai Bachchan and Mr. Sanjay Gupta. Welcome and thank you for gracing us with your presence. I've been here all morning and we're just ecstatic, and if you can't feel the energy, well, hear them roar! That's the energy we've had all morning, and we're glad you could make it. I know you're pressed for time. So what we've done is we've asked our students to write down a few questions, and I'm going to proceed to asking these questions. I'd request you all to settle down. Now the first question we have is by Miss Riddhi Parekh. She's in the 5th year and she has this to ask. I have seen the trailer of the movie and it is one of the most gripping storylines ever. Mrs. Bachchan, what were your thoughts after first reading the script? Riddhi, yes.
Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, and thank you so much for such a warm welcome. Warm in every sense of the term. And it means a lot to Sanjay, me, and the entire team of Jazbaa that you all are here giving us such joy and welcoming us with our music, dancing to our music, cheering, and braving the heat with this kind of enthusiasm. It's our pleasure to be here at Vividh with you all. And now to answer Riddhi's question, that it was an easy yes for me to do Jazbaa. As you rightly identified, the script was the most gripping factor, and working that in combination with a director like Sanjay Gupta, Goops to us, we call him Goops fondly, and his style of narrative is just so contemporary, edgy. Ease up guys, or we'll fall. We are here, we're not moving, you're getting the picture. Yeah, easy. Yeah, we're here. So, yeah, it was an easy yes, Riddhi, and you can see in the promos, it is gripping, it is intense, it's a thriller, it has pace, typical of his narrative style, and we had great fun doing it. But let me also give the mic to Sanjay to throw more light.
Just answer the question.
Alright, this question incidentally is directed to Mr. Sanjay Gupta. Shantam Mandyan has this to ask. He says, with every movie you direct, I request you to settle down, please. We have a short amount of time and answer your questions. And they're here for you. So let's hear them out. Now, Mr. Sanjay Gupta, Shantam Mandyan has this to ask. He says, with every movie you direct, what is your mindset?
I don't specifically have a mindset. I just want to better the previous film. Need to move on and see to it that the story I tell is better than the previous one that I've said.
And now if you could give us an inside, some inside information. How is it dealing with these big stars?
Guys in the center, calm down.
Or rather, let me put it in, or frame the question better. How is it dealing with these individuals who have so much talent? How do you direct them?
It's another day at work.
All right.
The attitude of the whole team, really. Great. It's another day of work, and to really put up.
That's great to hear. That's lovely. Now Vividh has this question. There's a conflict between morality to do the right thing and personal necessity to save your daughter in the film. It was a tough choice to make. In real life, what would be more important to you?
Saving your daughter, or saving your child, or saving your loved one will always be at the forefront of all your decisions. God forbid you're ever put in a situation. And I wouldn't wish that upon anybody.
Alright, here's another question directed at you. The concept of the movie is very unique. We as law students absolutely understand the need to win a case. But being in the position you were in, it would be twice as important. What, according to you, was the most interesting part of the story?
Well, since I am addressing law students here, I must confess that this world is actually very new to us civilians, because we presume we know enough about the goings-on, and actually not everybody does. And to a lot of us, I think we are also very conditioned by what we have viewed in cinema, because that's our impression of the world of law. Whereas you all here have a first-hand insight into what it really takes. And there's such an interesting dialogue in the movie that, you know, the screenplay writers and Sanjay had me read at the very beginning, where actually as lawyers, whether you're the prosecutor or you know, whether you're on the side of the defendant, what you're actually doing here is just practicing law. There is nothing called right and wrong in the books of law. What you have to do is go out there and do your job and do your best to have your client's case be the winner of win the case. That's what you're really looking forward to doing as a lawyer. That's your job. So it's about being professional and literally fighting to the very end in terms of winning a case. And that's what you need to go out there and do as a lawyer. So that's a very interesting, very important piece of information to be equipped with when you're going out there and also essaying the part. Because that's the conviction with which you go out there and fight your case at that point in time. Apart from what the character is going through personally, you have to go out there and do what you professionally need to do when you take on a case. And that was very, very interesting for me to essay. And to be professional about it, irrespective of personal circumstances. So that was such an important note to have when you're there on set, putting out what you need to put out. And that's the way the character has essayed it. So I don't know if that will be new to common perception, but Sanjay was very clear that that's the way you go out there and play your part in all the scenes that you're there in court addressing and fighting the case. It's not about taking your personal baggage there onto that battlefield, as they say.
How do you want to be public prosecutors? Imagine if we had so many public prosecutors, there wouldn't be a case to fight.
Full power to all you fighters there. Full power.
Now, quickly, moving on to what some call the most essential element of any promotion, a group selfie. Alright, I invite Aman, the chairperson of Vividh 16, Vividh, Raj and Simran on stage. We'll make this quick. We'll announce the dates of Vividh 16. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, Jazbaa is releasing on the 9th of October in cinemas near you. You better go and watch this one. Every single law student needs to watch this movie. And here we have Vividh 16 on the 10th, 11th and 12th of February.
Well, to the members of the media, as I was saying earlier, that this feels like the absolutely right platform, the authentic platform. It feels real to be standing here and exchanging with people, the students, the lawyers of the future, the keepers of our law, to be standing here and actually talking about our movie. It's our pleasure to be here today at Vividh and sharing with these students the premise of our film, and I'm sure they will completely get what my character Anuradha Verma is going through during her entire experience in Jazbaa, because even though she's put through a very challenging situation personally, she still has to go out there and do her job to her optimum when she's out there fighting the case of the defendant. So, which isn't the most hunky-dory situation to be in at all, but you have to be there literally all full barrel and putting out your best, because that's what really the battlefield of the lawyers is. You have to go out there and the objective is to win your case and to practice law. There's nothing called the right law or the wrong law. You actually refer to the books of law and fight your case. And as I was saying, that's the brief Sanjay gave me, even if at times, say me, as the character or as the actor, as the mother, would want to refer to the fact that personally this is what she's going through. So maybe her countenance might be a little different. Sanjay constantly reiterated that at this point in time, you're a lawyer out there to win your case, and you do all that it takes to do just that, because that's the mission you've professionally taken on. And that's what Anuradha Verma is as a lawyer. She's always been a winner, someone who's also constantly been the defendant of the wrongdoers. But at that point in time, like she tells the prosecutor, that she's not out there to necessarily release the wrongdoers of society, but then she tells the prosecutor, just fight a stronger case and don't let me win, so that, you know, we can then put these guys behind bars. But if you're not going to fight a strong enough case, then I'm going to win letting this guy out. So that's a very interesting approach, and you recognize that that's what these lawyers are going to be doing.
Hi.
Deal with the good, the bad, the ugly, right? That's what you're going to have to do. But deal with the good more. That's Aishwarya talking, not Anuradha Verma.
Hi, this is...
Look, on a lighter note, she's asking me what happens at home in an argument between me and my spouse, Abhishek. We ain't lawyers, we are just a couple having a discussion. It's never called an argument, it's called a healthy discussion.
Hi, Aishwarya.
Do you really think the husband ever wins?
Okay, hi. Aishwarya, this is Zico from the Indian Express. Hi, Sanjay.
Hi.
So, you've had this is a long gap since you did your last film, and there's been I believe, huge sort of growth in life experience, because you've been a mother and sort of raised her for about a year or so. So, that life experience, how much difference has that made when you played the character, and as compared to the last time when you played Zico?
Hi, Zico. I got asked a very interesting question, and no offense, but I'll tell you how he asked me. So he said, so there's been a huge gap since you last faced the camera, you know, raising your daughter for a year or so. Interesting. My daughter is going to turn, she's 3.5 plus, she's 3 years, 10 months. So I didn't raise her just for a year. It's been a while, you're right. But interestingly, the way you just put it, because you're obviously assuming it's just been a year, likewise for us as new mothers, we have no concept of the way time flies. You know, you're multitasking on another level, and you all will get that here as students. You know, when you're sitting and dealing with your everyday life, with festivals, with your studies, with your submissions, with exams, there are so many things that you're dealing with on a daily basis that time just flies you by. And normally we try and say that that's a good thing. So working on this subject was definitely, while you say yes, I was enriched with the experience of being a mother. That's what probably made me bring a lot of integrity and truth also to the way I've essayed Anuradha. Because you know, as actors, you don't necessarily constantly refer to real life experiences, but as an artist, experience is the greatest teacher. So you will otherwise be referencing, you'll be picking up from somebody else's life, you'll be picking up from impressions of, very often we don't realize it, but you are so impressed upon by the cinema you have viewed. That's the kind of subconscious imaging with which you also come to set. But actually having become a mother was perfect for a script like this, because there's a lot of truth to nuancing that you can bring in terms of any dramatic moment, what degree of truth you can bring to that sense of drama without necessarily being overt, and yet being all there, all heart, every pulse, every cell of your body actually committed to that moment. It does, experience does bring a lot of honesty.
Coach, there's only to increase, nothing to reduce. So,
I'm going to ask the question that he asked. So he said, Sanjay, you have constantly worked with a lot more male leads in the past, a lot more, as the word I use, testosterone-infused cinema. So he said, now that you've worked with a subject that does have very strong female protagonists, and that's both, there's me, there's Shabana ji, of course even Irfan is exceedingly strong. When you see the movie, you will know all characters are very integral to the narrative. But he asked Sanjay, now that you have so many female protagonists also in this film, what did you have to possibly change or reduce? I corrected him right there that nothing needs to be reduced just because there are females in a film. You stand corrected right there. But now Sanjay can answer your question.
well, I've been known to do films with Sanju, John, and the other guys. But she's in no way less. And those films had a hero, this film has a hero, and the hero's right here. So nothing, I didn't have to really do anything tremendously different or dramatic. As a matter of fact, life was sorted because when the guys come on set, they don't come with the kind of homework. They don't come with the, what's the right word? With the discipline. Simple discipline, yes. So yes, I mean, it's actually easier this way.
All right. I think that's all the time we have for questions.
We'll continue. We are meeting. Ha, bolo.